Connecting, streaming, warrior working? Yes? No? Looks like it. Cool as a cucumber. Hopefully it's actually up and running. I don't know. I can't. There we go. It's up. Okay, cool. Sweet chicken teriyakis. Alright, cool beans. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire. I was concerned because it wasn't streaming earlier. And I don't know what I did wrong. I'm here. And everything's up and running. Okay. Okay. Sounds so cutesy. Okay. New game. Doki Doki Literature Club. Enter your name. Okay. I'm Cheryl. I'm going with Cheryl. The name's Cheryl. Pleasure to meet you. Hey! This is already off to a cutesy start. I see an annoyingly girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Interesting. Can I change you music? Music. Perfect. That's a good reasonable number. Sound volume, we'll put it here. Perfect. Now I shall return. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you never really see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Can't relate to that feeling, but we'll say I do. For the sake of the story. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting for her. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. What kind of friend am I? Like, what the hell, man? However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk unless they already catch up to me. Oh my gosh, you're adorable. I love the bow. I love your bow. It's so cute. Oh, what sort of voice should I do for you? Because you're so adorable. Let's see. Oh well, but either way you're running, so you're exhausted. Makes sense. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. This would work for you. Maybe, but that's only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Cheryl. Apparently, I'm just a mean friend. Why are you bothering to be friends with me? You're too adorable and you need to be better off. And also, you have such pretty eyes. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're like a couple or something. Couple? Fine. But you did wait for me after all. You're so positive. I love it. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you wanted to. Don't test me. Whatever you say, Sayori. She's so cute. I love her. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cheryl, what's up? Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either, because I'm not interested. Hence, the whole thing about no clubs. That's not true! You told me that you were going to join a club this year. Did I? Did I? I like how it says the things that I say before I say it. I'm sure it's possible that whenever I did, it was one of our many conversations where I just dismissively just go along with whatever she's going on about. So I didn't even pay attention to a conversation and I just stupidly agreed. What is wrong with me? Sayori likes to worry about you a little too much about me, and when I'm perfectly content about being on the average while spending my free time on video games and anime. Too close to home, bud. Way too close to home on that one. I was talking about how I'm worried about how you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know that you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Damn, Sayori! Way to be realistic on me. Damn. You trust me, right? Of course I trust you. You're so adorable. I wish I could give you a hug. Please don't make me keep worrying about you. Relax. Alright. I'll look into a few clubs if it will make you happy. But no promises. Will you at least promise that you'll try a little? Yeah, yes. I can promise you that. Yay! Oh, look at you, so enthusiastic. Oh, I love Sayori. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me so much makes me want to ease her mind at least a little. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. But she's adorable! She's adorable! The school day is as ordinary as ever. And it's over before I even know it. So after I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. There's an anime club here at this school? Bro! Can I join your school? I would like to go. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing it out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the room. Honey, why were you so spaced out? I thought I'd catch you on the way out of the classroom, but then I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I decided I'd come in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. It's almost impressive. I will yank that bow out of your hair. Either way, you don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna take you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, maybe you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to go to your club. What? Meanie. Sayori is the vice president. She's the vice president of our literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature, and actually I'm pretty sure that the only reason that she did it was because it would be fun to help her start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest in the club who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. And that said, my interest in literature club is guaranteed to be even less. I'm pretty sure the only thing that I would even read is manga. But, you know, that's just because I'm a weeb. Yeah, I'm gonna go into the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Who's Natsuki? Okay, just ignore it and just laugh at me. Alright, whatever. Don't make promises that you can't even keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really just that kind of an airhead, or if she's just so cunning to have planned this out. I either give her props or just want to smack her head. I let out a long sigh. What are you playing? Hello, big boy. I am playing Doki Doki Literature Club. This is not going to go as well as planned. I'll stop by for a cupcake. Is that alright? Yes! Let's go! Alright, Sayori. You're the boss, apparently, because you know where the literature club is. And thus, today marks the day that I sold myself for a cupcake. Well, I mean, that sounds about right. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. I checked the of the school that I rarely visit. It's supposed to be a slight dating simulator, and then the main story goes that it's not quite what it seems, so it's not quite like a dating simulator whenever it says that it is. Also, hello. But this is a section of the school that I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Oh, great. Sayori is full of energy, swings open a classroom door. Everyone, the new club member is here! Of course you are, as energetic as always. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Okay, I need to come up with a voice for you. Who are you? Who would you be? Also, I love your hair. Can I just be honest? Her hair is like super cute. It's kind of like an elegant look. So, what's an elegant voice? An elegant voice that I can think of automatically would kind of be like a British voice, and I'm gonna be so sorry for anyone who's European. Oh wait, I didn't even. Oh, okay. Sayori always says nice things about you. That sounds psychotic. Maybe I shouldn't do that voice for you. I'm supposed to be a dude? Your hair is adorable. Can I have your hair clip? I don't know what kind of voice to do for you. Let's see. You would be like a high pitch because you're tiny, and usually the tiny ones always have that little high pitch voice. So let's see here. What kind of voices should I do for you two characters? Elegant and adorably tiny. This is how it's gonna work. Seriously, you brought a boy? Oh god, I'm gonna ruin this girl's voice. Way to kill the atmosphere. And who are you? I love that ponytail. Cheryl, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So I put my name as a female name, so does this just make me a lesbian? Do I be lesbian? Bro, don't tell me it was the same game as the KFC guy game anywhere you want to call it. But don't tell me. I don't think so. I think it's a lot darker than that. So that was just weird. What are you looking at? I was looking at my phone. If you want to say something, then say it. You're annoying. And you have really bright eyes, and it's kind of worrisome that you have pink eyes, because that's not humanly normal. And I'm pretty sure you dyed your hair. Anyway, there you go. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Wow, am I assuming based off of height? That's wrong of me because, reality, I'm short. So, I might be a third year, you don't know, and be that tiny. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her whenever she gets moody. Sayori says as she quietly sends to my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki. She's always full of energy. And this here is Yuri, the smartest in the club. So this one's Natsuki, and you're Yuri. I'm probably gonna forget your names. Don't say things like that. Okay. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. You have pretty green eyes. Well, too pretty. It is great to see you again, Cheryl. I don't know what kind of voice to do for you. For once, I don't know how to do a voice for somebody. Monica smiles sweetly. What kind of a pose is that? Well, we do know each other. Like, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. She sounds perfect. This sounds like a perfect girl. I don't like that. No one is ever perfect like this. People who do exist that are perfect like this end up being crazy. Or just giant bitches. I won't be here long, but I'm still here, so yeah. Well, thank you for being here at least. Basically, she's completely out of my league. And for good reason! I don't trust someone who's perfect. Perfect people are not people you want to mess with. So having her smile at me is so genuinely feels a little uncomfortable. You too, Monica. Just get the fuck away from me. Come on, sit down. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I'm the one that made them, so I'll get them. Okay, you little sassy thing. Hello, Skeezy. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make us some tea as well? Sure thing, Yuri. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is exactly one space between Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Of course I'm gonna sit next to my best friend. She's adorable with a red bow in her hair. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table with a tray in her hand. Okay, are you ready? You need to be upper pitched. Ta-da! Oh, what kind of word is that? I'm just gonna say whoa. Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I wish I could see one of these. This sounds really adorable and yummy. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make the ears. I want to see these! They're so cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Oh, the slightly monotone voice works so well for you. You're too perfect, so this is gonna obviously make it work. Well, you know. Is that a, hold up. I gotta look at your mouth with the smile. Why do you have a little fang? Are you trying to be like a cat or a wolf? Things? Where's your like cat ears and the tail? Like the Kid Man thing? Am I losing my mind? No? Alright, I'm just gonna shut up. Just hurry up and take one! Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with a mouth full and already has managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I would be weird about the cupcake thing, and what I would do with the cupcake instead of doing this is that I would probably eat the, because she said that the cupcake had chocolate chips for the ears. So the first thing I would do would probably just pick off the cupcake, the ears. So I would take the chocolate chips and eat those separate. And then I would lick the icing off. And then I would eat the actual cupcake after. I eat it in parts, and it's kind of weird that I do that, but I mean, in some ways I'm still technically eating a cupcake, so I don't know. I'm just weird about it. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her taking sneaking glances in my direction. That sentence was horrible that I just said. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is actually really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I, haven't I heard this somewhere before? Have I? Cause this sounds like the typical thing of it's not like I like you type of thing. It's not like I made them for you or anything. Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe! Jesus! I like the swish of your hair though. But not for you, you know, you dummy! Alright, Jesus. Would you be rude? I give out Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Ooh, we're having tea and cupcakes? This is the literature club? This might as well be a nice, just relaxing club. So you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. I'm giving you Monica's voice by accident, I'm sorry. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I can't do your voice. I'm trying to do a voice for you, and I can't seem to find one. I want to do an elegant voice for you, but I can't do it. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Oh, the voice works for Monica. Just something about her. I think it might be the green eyes. They're such a distinct green that is kind of weird. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy my tea. Which is true, I actually do. Except I just enjoyed tea and watching a YouTube video or watching some Netflix. It's just what I do. I make myself a nice warm cup of tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something told me that I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. I don't like you. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? I will feel right at home if you weren't around me, because I don't know. I think it's the green eyes. Your green eyes are staring into my soul, and I don't really like that. As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Like, weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. But you're supposed to be the perfect girl. So, okay. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to do into literature, then I am fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that you're even able to get this club. Must be hard to start it. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, simply like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worth a while. But it does make school events, like the festival, much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Oh, sweet Sayori with her energetic thing, yay! Oh, Sayori, you're adorable. We will do our best. I keep on making you robotic, and I'm sorry. You know it! Just Natsuki. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. I can't do your voices, and I'm sorry. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Yeah. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted about the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Cheryl, what kind of... I really end up making you sound creepy, and I'm sorry, but your purple eyes are really nice. So, Cheryl, I can't do the voice, what the fuck? I can't, I'm breaking my arms doing that. What kind of voice would work for you? Can I do a British accent? I think a British would work. So, Cheryl, what kind of clubs do you like to read? Well, it's hard to hear through your accent that I horribly made, but, considering how little I've read about the past few years, I don't really think a good way to answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but then she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess, are you? Well, that can change. I mean, I don't know. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the river teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. This accent technically doesn't work for you, but I'm gonna make sure to just go with it. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment that I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. I'm going into a fucking horrible accent. I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm just gonna butcher you so many times, it's not even gonna be funny anymore. But isn't it amazing how a writer can go so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, you like that voice? I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, I read a horror book once. I'm more into mystery personally, but horror's okay. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to her at a minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Rocky? Rocky Dwayne Flintstone? No? Okay. Really? I would not have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can really put it down. Surreal horror is often successful in changing the way you look at the world. I'm going from British to like Irish or Scottish. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Europeans who ever come over here, and I'm sorry to Yuri. Oh well. by changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror! Natsuki, no one asked for your opinion, honey. I don't mean to be rude. Oh? And why is that? Well, it's just... Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind! That's right. You usually like to write down about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? He left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting, 'cause you're a stalker! It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Baka! Give it back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up next to Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! I can relate to that. I can relate to that a lot. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Well, I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. What makes you think I wouldn't and would like them? What makes you think that I wouldn't like them? What makes you think that I would like them? You don't know! Just let me read them so I can tell you my input! And not a very confident writer, are you? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. I go from British to Irish, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with that fluctuation. The truest form of writing is one writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, and exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the darkest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Riri? You glitched on the name. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I make her sound psychotic. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems! We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay! I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Nat. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzingly at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. I made her sound psychotic. Oh well. Next, when we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yay! Let's do it! Sayori, I love you. You are the best. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will also help us get to know a little bit more comfortable with each other, as well as to strengthen the bond of our club. Did I say I was joining? Isn't that right, Cheryl? Monika smiles warmly once again. Hold up. Were there all girls? I don't know. But either way, we have a problem. What is problem? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I boldly come forth and tell them what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Siri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to join, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyeballs. But I'm sorry, I just thought... Well, of course you're not gonna say anything. Cheryl. Guys, I'm definitely defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I don't work well with people either. But like, telling people no whenever they were so enthusiastic earlier, it's even if it's all girls or all dudes, it's still hard. I'm sorry, Sayori, don't be sad though. Look at your sad face. Oh. That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend time with these girls, I don't care about them being girls. Right, okay. I've decided on something. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh dear God. Yes! I'm so happy! Oh, Sayori. I'm so happy to see you smile. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. She hugs me! Aw. Hey, cut it out, Jesus. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Natsuki, you annoy me. Oh god, what did I do? Oh, I pushed button. Cool. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Make sure to write a poem to bring to the next meeting so that we can all share them. Monica looks over at me once more. Cheryl, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I don't like you. Yeah, sure, for sure. Can I really impress the class, star Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety. Yep, it's worse than anxiety. It's anxiety. But I feel it swelling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Cheryl, since we're already here, do you want to walk home? Together? You and me, just like old times? That's right. Sayori and I never really got to walk home anymore because she always stayed home after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Look at you with your adorable blue eyes. Yay! Oh, Sayori, I love you. And with that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. Is this my house? Is this one house? Because dear God, that's a big house. Anyway, the whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. I shouldn't care. Sayori, my awesome friend, Natsuki, the girl that I wish that I could just rip her hair out. Yuri, the one that I keep butchering her name, or not her name, but her voice. And of course Monica, the crazy, perfect girl who's a bitch. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature? After I basically insulted like 3 of the 4 club members. That makes sense. Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortunes will find me. I understand why this is supposed to move for a guy than it is for a female. Oops. And I guess it starts with writing a poem. To writing a poem we go! It is time to write a poem. Pick words that you think that the favorite club member will like. Something good might happen when whoever likes your poem the most. But I like Sayori, so I pick a word. Happiness. Ooh. Ocean. I do like graveyard, but I'll go with rainbow. Sunset. Woo! Games. Treasure. Bubbles. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just picking words that I like. Climax? Why? Music. Waterfall. Summer. Wonderful. Peaceful. Sparkle. Electricity. Adventure. I love adventure. Friends. Daydream. How many do I need? 20. Headphones. Suicide. Playground. And promise. Oh, I need one more. We had a cloud earlier, so rain cloud. Yeah. Hello again, Cheryl. Hey, Monica. I'm glad to see that you didn't run away on us. Sure. Don't worry about that. I feel like you have like a knife behind your back and you're willing to stab me if I do. Anyway, this might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. And I'm back here at the literature club. Everything's totally fine. Monica doesn't have a knife on my throat. Everything's great. Of course, I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thank you for keeping your promise, Cheryl. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not even accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So you already told me, I think you meant she, honey. I'm female. That just sounds weird. How was your day? My day was good, Skeezy. Thank you for asking. How about you, man? So you already told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to come here to hang out or what, but if you don't take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You're... okay. See, something about you's off, Natsuki. Anyway. Oh, hi Monica. You decided to just join in, didn't you? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Cheryl always gives her best, as long as she's having fun. I'm going to be twisting up his and he to her and she. She already helped me with busy homework without even asking. Like cooking and also cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's just because your room is so messy that it's distracting for me. And you almost set your house on fire once. You were just boiling water to make pasta, and you almost caught the fire on water. The water on fire, what is wrong with you? We don't talk about what happened. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Cheryl can become really good friends too. Sayori, you shouldn't have said that, huh? You just made it weird. Sayori! As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation that she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? What'd you get me? Not really. Come on, don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? How about you guys stop with the weird dispute back and forth and just tell me what it is? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like such a big deal whenever it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Uh-oh. I guess it means up to me to rescue the situation. Don't worry about it, alright? Trust me. I wasn't even expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is actually a pleasant surprise. So, it'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal as long as you don't want me to make it a big deal. So, we're cool. Alright. Here. She has really pretty hair, though. Can I just say that? So, Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel a little left out, so, I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Please tell me some manga. Maybe, you know, we could discuss it if you wanted to. Is it about a psycho killer like Death Note? This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I never had any idea that she was being cute. I just think it's kind of weird that she's being so... sad, I guess is the word. She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me reading much. You thanks. I'll definitely read it. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. What is it, like... What was it? What's the name of it? Like, Of War and Peace? Isn't that a really long book? War and Peace? Of War and Peace, I think. Is that the book that you got me? Because this is a really long book. It's a really big book, honey. I look forward to hearing what you think. It's Of War and Peace. Now that everyone is settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But, of course, that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression while she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. So I slipped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related to myself like this? I could always have that book that Yuri gave to me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Wow, that's the worst excuse that I could ever think of. I'm too tired to read? Very simply, I will bluntly say I'm too lazy to read. I'm in a literature club. Well, right now what I could do is I could probably be writing my own story. I could write. I can make another poem. I could do anything. So much better. I could probably fall asleep right now. Bruh. Were you up late at night, like 3 in the morning playing video games or some shit? What the fuck was I doing? Actually, that sounds like something I would do. Or I'd be up all night binge watching anime. One or the other. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. So we're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Tell them you're literate. That's why I'm a literature club. I'm too literal. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our only chance to show everyone that the literature club is all about. She's psychotic. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? You just need a way of showing that to everybody. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place as a literature event. So it's important to figure out how to get people to show up to the first place, you know? Like, after they come in, we can do things that speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's actually taking this seriously? Wow, what kind of an asshole am I? Like, jeez. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Wow, do I have low expectation for my friends or some shit? Cause like, fuck. That is a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Ooh, what kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Let's have a whole bunch of cupcakes! Sayori being the typical Sayori. I love her. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ooh, you're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly! That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Basically anything would, it seems like, and I love it. She's so adorable. Sayori, you are my favorite character of all time. Love the bow, love the cheerful face, love the pretty blue eyes. You are adorable. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason that I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding my own motivation at all, I feel targeted for that one. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose it's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh fuck! Hi! Jesus! I closed my eyes for like 3 minutes and you are in my face! I open my eyes and find Sayori's face filling my vision. Hi. With your pretty blue eyes. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry! I'm so sorry! Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club, it's the literature club, you dummy! Does our school have a napping club? You were staying up late again, weren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You said it was anime. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud! Jeez, you're gonna make me sound like I have no life! I glance over my shoulder to see Monica overheard. Well, it's true! Yeah, I know. Okay, I get it. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Of course! That's what friends are for! And it's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You have to look out for me more than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, you know. Not every day. It's not very convincing with the lie and the worried smile. So let's make a tally mark, alright? How many days this week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I love the derpy face, she's so cute. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. I'm too logical. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Your hair is sticking out all over the place. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair to try and straighten it out. You forgot to use a hairbrush, didn't you? Girl, you could have at least like done like a three-way brush, like side, side, back. You know, would have worked so much better. You need a brush for this. My hair is really tough to get right. I would not fall for that. And it's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. They just aren't going to tell you because they don't want to embarrass you. Which is true, a lot of people do. Like, there could be like a stain on someone's shirt and nobody will say anything. They'll all say it, but like they aren't going to say it. And then every once in a while you have like that 1 or 2% who are going to be like, you know you have a stain on your shirt, right? There was someone who had like something in her pocket. And like, there was like it bled through. I think it was a pen or something. And it bled through and like you had like blue and black ink on her shorts. And I was like, her poor shorts just got ruined and I am too afraid to bother to tell her. So I sadly was that majority percent that didn't tell her about it and I felt really bad. Anyway, unfortunately, I really don't care about that stuff. Meanie! And you don't even have your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? I'm helping you button your blazer. It's hard to tell someone that, yeah. This is so funny. What is? This, don't be blushing. This is weird. But like, you have pretty blue eyes and you have an adorable little red bow. It's so cute. Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things for you. Huh? Don't say something weird like that! What the hell? Don't make me feel weird about it, you dumbass! It's okay. I'm happy that we're like this. Aren't you? Really good friends that were basically like sisters and I'm basically the older sister that has to take care of you? Sure. I guess. Hey, be careful! The button might come off! Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. This isn't even gonna fit you properly? It did whenever I bought it. How long ago was that whenever you bought it? If you never buttoned it, then you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling for? What's with the awkward smile? It means that my boobs are getting bigger. And I'm not gonna touch your blazer anymore. Don't say that out loud. How about I let go of the blazer? Anyway, you look much better now, so, yeah. Why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? Probably because I'm used to her not wearing it buttoned up for so long that it's just weird to see it actually buttoned. Oh lord, I agree, Skeezy. What have I done? So stuffy! Ugh! It's not worth it at all! Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like that's a good thing? I thought you wanted someone in your life. Well, it's because if I had a boyfriend or even a girlfriend, they wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else anyway, so that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. What? We're best friends. It's what a best friend's supposed to do is to look out after their other friends. That's what they're supposed to do. And don't make it weird. Just stupid airhead adorable. I didn't say anything embarrassing though. Cheese. Cheese? Ooh, cheese actually sounds good. What kind of cheese? Provolone? Pepper jack? Ooh, pepper jack sounds really good. Cheddar? Anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier, will ya? Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier. Stop playing those video games. I'm watching that stupid anime. Jeez, way to insult me. Fine. It's a deal. Yay! I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we think of taking care of ourselves. I guess so. So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems right now? Yay! Poem time! Sure, I can't wait to read yours. Same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori will trot away and still receive her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? If you didn't, I will cut you. Yeah, I totally remembered. Relaxation ends. Never mind the it's because she's holding the knife. I can really imagine, like, Monica, like, having something as a weapon to threaten me with. It could be even a pen. She could hold a pen, but hold it in such a threatening manner that I'm like, yep, yeah, I totally did everything that you told me to do. Yep. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I really can't find myself such an inspiration since we've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we go find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori, you adorable airhead. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori sees a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. And I did the same for myself. Oh, the music's different. Do 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 do. Who should I show my poem to first? I'm I want to show it to Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Of course she is. She's always my good friend. Oh, I love her expression. I love that expression. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Cheryl. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I had no idea what I was doing last night. Huh? Maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. I mean, do you like cupcakes? Alright. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you just don't like it because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but I think I understand you a lot better than other people, you know? So whenever I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Cheryl poem! And it makes me feel extra special. What? Okay. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against the chest. It's so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote this one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm actually standing in front of you in the club room. You know, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean that I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Cheryl. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Don't point that out! Trying new things like this, even for other people, is something that only a really good person would do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here, but then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason that I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. I'm gonna make sure we have lots of fun here, okay? That way, it'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, cool. Well, we're gonna hold you to that then, alright? Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh, this is actually a poem. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through the my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Hold up. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. This was different, and then it slowly got a little bit more... I don't know if the word is dark or sincere. But like, it changes. It's nice and like slightly derpy, and then it changes a little bit. But maybe I'm crazy. But either way, I agree. I like breakfast too. Sayori, I don't mean to be weird, and I'm just gonna take a guess on this, but did you wait until morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. Maybe. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Hey, don't be mean! I still tried my best. Yeah, I know. It'd be like that, it do. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or really, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! What kind of eggs? Scrambled? Over easy? Sunny side up? Other egg options? Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast! I get all cranky. I actually agree with you on that. Yeah, so I understand you. I get everything that you're saying. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thank you for showing me. Of course! This is so much fun! Monica's the best. Yeah. Why did you mention Monica all of a sudden? Anyway. Next time I won't forget, okay? Oh, and I'm gonna do the best poem that I can write. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I'll go to Monica for some reason. Hello, Cheryl. Having a good time so far? Yeah, I am. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, understand that I am not afraid to stab you with a pen. If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that you can do better, I'm always listening. Do not be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alrighty, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. She got a pen! I'm much better off just going through with the flow until I feel more settled in. Never mind the fact that she has a pen. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but sure, I guess I have no choice, do I? You don't. But don't worry, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, I guess that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something that Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? That's a concerning look. It's a little weird. I wouldn't be surprised if you two had sort of things in common. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. By the way she talks about you, and by the sound it sounds, the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show different ways of putting it, it ends up being more similar than you would think. So I think the kind of vibe that whenever I get from you reading your poem, you two are really good friends. Weird. How much have you been watching me and Sayori been hanging out? You sure you're not reading into it a little too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Sayori. Wrong. Actually, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing is kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Hold up. I gotta take a step back on this situation. Hold on. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. I did that with writing my stories. It's a little weird. Am I being compared to Sayori a little too much? Anyway. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, totally unexpected. I'm gonna totally lie to you, but in truth, I know that a lot of people who are happy often hide their sadness within. And usually it's like the happiest people end up being the most depressed. They just don't show it. And they don't want to show it. So something about this kind of seems a little off. But yeah, we'll totally lie and say that it's totally unexpected of her to act so happy, yet also want to talk about really sad and depressing things. Never mind that. Well, to each their own. Anyway, you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot, actually. It could take a while before I get comfortable doing this, though. That is okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. But everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of style. But I will always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing anybody or anything. I feel like you just stared into my soul for that one. Yeah, totally. Anyway, would you like to read my poem now? Do not worry, I am not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. I am a perfect person after all. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. Sure. Well, let's read it then. Oh. I have to scroll. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction and sparkle produces? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I will never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I cannot see. A real blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it is too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It is just a little hole, and it wasn't too bright, but it was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I was not looking in. I was looking out, and they, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very, weird. Freeform, if that's what you want to call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. I'm not good at it. That is okay. It is that kind of style that has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really, really powerful. And what was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure of how I can put this, but you could say that I had some type of epiphany recently, and it's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes whenever you're writing a poem, or even a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So just force yourself to get something down on a paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and just go with the flow. And that is my advice for the day. Thank you for listening. I don't think I had a choice. Also, she mentioned a pen, so it worked. She had a pen. She wasn't afraid to stab me with it. So who should I write my poem to next? I'll give it to Yuri because I just want to get it over with. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading it. Sorry. I forgot to stop speaking. It's fine. You don't need to force yourself, honey. Damn you, Yuri. No, it's just I need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on a moment. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Well, why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be that after reading through it, it's bad, isn't it? It's horrible. I should never be a writer. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, really. I didn't even notice. So, what were you saying? Right, you said that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. And having been through them myself, I'm kind of picked up a little thing or two about them. I think that the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their new writing style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form a form fit so that the two fit together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened, and Yuri once again finds herself in a stream of thought, as if her demeanor totally is gone. Her stammering is gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, though, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing when in a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It takes time, and it all comes with time and practice, and learning by example to try new things. I also hope that everyone else in the literature club gives you more valuable feedback. I'm going British. I'm going from British to Irish, and it's horrible, and I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm sorry. I'm murdering your accent. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How can she be biased? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. No, you're good. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. The I'm sorry goes to all of them. So, do you mind if I read your poem? Oh, please do. I love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Oh, yours is in cursive? It's a little bit cursive. It's partial cursive. The R is cursive, the T's are cursive, the S is slightly cursive. This is very fancy handwriting. Under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, and I flicker back. Cool. I don't know how to critique your poem, but it was kind of interesting. I'm sorry. I have such horrible handwriting. Huh? I wasn't thinking that at all. It was actually it wasn't that it was bad, it was just very, like, curvy and fancy. But it took you a long time to read it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. Very loopy. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I really like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive, and it wasn't too short, was it? I don't think so. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Oh, good. I'm glad that you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Oh, fuck. Every time. I can't. I'm sorry. Europeans, have mercy on my soul! It's something easy to digest, I suppose. And it goes. Huh? Actually, the story isn't about to ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed out the point. I didn't even think it was about I think it was just more like you're stuck in your own thoughts, and you're stuck between, like, your future and your past, like the wrongs that you've done or the things you've done in your past, and as a result it's affecting your present, which is because you're getting so wrapped up in the stuff that happened in the past, you're basically losing sight of your future. Either that or I'm really too descriptive about things. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a simple picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past, remaining placed in comfort, unable to let go of it. And soon you're left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I didn't even think about that. Never mind the fact that I just mentioned. Alright, cool, it's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yuri, I don't like you. Maybe I don't really regret ruining your accent so many times. I don't think I regret that as much. I don't like you. Either way, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep crying. I'm counting on you. Alright, Natsuki, let's get this over with. Cool. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little too blunt, if you ask me. Well, excuse me! It's not like I said it was bad! I just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for you. Do you want me to smack you in the face? Bitch, no. You're too tiny to smack me in the face. I'll pass anyway. Anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it or anything. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. But you had a nice little... Alright. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. You didn't actually say that I wasn't gonna like it, but okay. I like it, actually. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't? Well, because! Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even have to take writing seriously. But isn't the point of the poems for them to express themselves? Oh, sorry, it's my turn. Yeah, your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Exactly! I mean, that's what it's like to easy to read, but it hits you in the hard feels. Like this poem. See, everything around you is doing great things and can be really disheartening. So, that I decided to write about. Yeah, I totally understand that. Totally understand that. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more emphasis and worry on the wordplay. Like I said, I mined for the rhyme at the end, but then it made me fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So, you did it on purpose. I guess you're more intelligent than I realized. How dare you call me a dumbass! Also, that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad that you learned something new, Baka. Don't ever call me Baka. I will easily put you in a chokehold. I didn't expect anything from the youngest one here, did you? I didn't expect anything out of you. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whee. I guess that's everybody. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I had anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. It is a literature club after all. I mean, it might be able to stand up against Sayori's, because Sayori just did it that morning, so... Anyway, I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read the tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, and meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this stupid language? I'm sorry. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thank you. This is, cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant that the language, I guess. I was trying to come up with something nice to say. Huh? You mean you have to try so hard to come up with something nice? Besides, it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Of course it was your stupid suggestion. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. People did like it, by the way. Sayori liked it. Cheryl did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give some suggestions of my own. Do not drag my name into this. You little Sayori Natsuki bitch. Your name's Natsuki. Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, to which I haven't yet. And Cheryl liked my poem too, you know. She even told me that she was impressed by it. I feel like something's wrong. Oh, music stop. Oh, music stop. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new club member, Yuri. Oh, music's back. Cool, thanks. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Cheryl appreciates my advice more than she appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know she didn't appreciate my advice more? Aren't you just full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Cheryl started showing up. Yuri, are you lesbian? What have I done? Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little weird. This doesn't involve you. I don't know whose voice that was supposed to be, but alright. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed that I was standing there. Cheryl, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself to learn to be more appreciative and simple writing is actually more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for absolutely no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. So help me explain that to her. But wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings that mean the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, so it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Cheryl? Why am I in this situation? Why did you drag me into this situation? What the fuck is wrong with you girls? I should bash your heads together and make you guys make up. Well, I don't know. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Sayori, help me! Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. Yuri, but of course Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori, help me out, please! Huh? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori very uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Oh no, the music's gone again. Cheryl? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to put others to interject their own feelings into our own conflict. Then why the fuck are you injecting me into the conflict? I had no intention of being here, and yet you guys just throw it onto me like it's my situation. You guys simply have a simple, disagreement. Just accept the fact that you guys just disagree and don't drag it onto me. What the fuck is this? Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk that she's being. You would never. It is your immaturity that is her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you even listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes you! Stop it! Thank you, Sayori. For the love of fuck. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. And I want everyone to get along and to be happy. Oh, Sayori, you're crying. No, please don't cry, honey. My friends are very wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. Why are we fighting again? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Sayori, yeah, you pulled it a little too far on that one. Big and beautiful. Sayori, you shouldn't have said that, honey. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make us some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, is that why Sayori's the vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come up as a good leader, but I can organize things. However, I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. No, not really. It's not really that I can blame you. But, you know, I did just get it dumped on me like it was nothing. Anyway, I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori's amazing in her own race, isn't she? I guess you could say that. She might be an airhead, but she's my airhead. Anyway, she might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. So put the pen down. I wasn't saying that I like Sayori like that. Alright? I see. Well, take good care of her, okay? Or I would hate to get herself hurt. You're gonna hurt her with that pen, aren't you? Well, that makes two of us. You can count on me. Don't you dare come after her holding that pen. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. I don't trust the president. If only I could get the chance to talk to her for a little bit longer. I don't think I want to talk to her. Okay, everyone. It is just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'll say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. If that stupid Yuri bitch and her giant-ass titties. Sorry, Natsuki, calm the fuck down. Just because you're jealous of your flat chest, it doesn't mean anything. Well, Cheryl, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was really nice. Really nice? It was really nice to talk about things like that to everybody. That is awesome. In that case, we will do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you will learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems that everybody likes, and with any luck, that means that I can at least do a little bit better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination. Determination? Undertale? Hey Cheryl, are you ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say that I'm not enjoying it though. I'm actually having a lot of fun. Oh. Hey Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that happen often? What? No! That's really the first time that I've actually seen them fight like that. I promise that they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, of course I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I just want to make sure that everything's okay. Anyway, I can see that way be really good friends with you. Phew. You know, Cheryl, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's, every day's gonna be so much fun. Of course. Dumb little airhead. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation that I'm in, but... Sure, being friends with everybody's nice, but... does it really have to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I passed Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes, you know? Okay! Yeah, let's do this. To make another poem! Dream. Promise. Awesome. Family. Fireworks! Destiny. Universe. Electricity. Adventure. Why am I getting more Yuri? I didn't notice that earlier. Boop. There's boop. Boop. I'm going boop. Silly, steep, secretive. I like secrets. Fireflies! Together. Candy, skirt, fantasy, Negro, warm. Comfort. Fickle, peace, romance, kawaii. Well, I mean, that's probably Natsuki. Determination! Oh. Lucky. Portrait. Unending. Flee. Blanket. Bouncy. Inferno. Uncontrollable. Tragedy. Spinning. Shiny. Uncontrollable. Treasure. Sparkle. I like a good sparkle. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've got a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days, and entering the club, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Shiro! Hey, Sayori, what's up? So it seems that you're in a good mood. I'm just not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things that always get you. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. You come with me to buy a snack? No, thank you. Huh? That's not like you at all, though. And I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why, all of a sudden? No reason. Just let me take a look. Alright. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and it opens. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fell out. Called it! I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair! How did you even know? It's pretty easy. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conventionally to forget that you spent all your money so that I would have to lend you some. And as a result of that, I'm pretty sure you're not dumb enough to do the whole you wanted to spend time with me. However, there is one more thing. You're always hungry, so that marks out the last one. So that obviously leaves the one option. I don't know why I went Australian for a minute. I give up! Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, then that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was even listening in. Her face is on her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything, I promise. It's just that something in my book. Yuri! Tell Shiro to let me borrow some of her money! That's, it's not my problem, so don't get me involved in any of it. Not to mention, you should only buy what you can possibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little something like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I feel like I should save. Alright, cool. Did I just... I didn't mean it like that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it whenever you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a really nice side of you. Thoughts. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and I know I have to accept the revolution. honey, I think you mean retribution. That, yeah. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Yeah, totally. Trust me, don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she did tell me that you guys were the ones bringing me to the club before she even told me about it. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Oh, come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Flap! She got in the face or something? Ka! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and fumbles onto the desk. She just got hit in the face. No, what was... A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is it a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution, hun. Actually, that one almost worked. It's a miracle cookie! Actually, I was just giving it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. So it's totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. No, it's a miracle cookie! Alright, jeez, savor it then. Fuck. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. It's so good! Sayori tongue claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. We're so really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Now get off of me. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori then suddenly leans over and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mm-hmm. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laughed as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the clubroom. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Haven't even heard anything about her being late today. Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Do we have a mystery afoot? It's a bit unusual. I hope that she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... You would not be surprised. She's probably more desirable than any of us combined. I mean, I can think of a few reasons why people would be interested in you, Sayori. Or you, Yuri. You're Yuri. I'm pretty sure people would be interested in you. I'm just saying. Anyway, but hey, what the fuck do I know? I'm the female. Don't know anything. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I am super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all! So you're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances over at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. And to be honest, I was kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it. I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you play music as well, Monica. I don't really play. It's just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. That's, Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That actually sounds pretty cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? Well, in that case, I will hide this pen that I have out. I will not let you down, Cheryl. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to pressure you or anything like that. Do not worry. I'm not gonna stab you with a pen today. I have been practicing a whole lot recently, actually. And I'd really love the chance to share once I am ready. Yeah, I see. And in that case, best of luck. Thank you. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Have you played Night in the Woods? No, I have not played Night in the Woods, but I actually bought it and then I just didn't do anything with it. And I was thinking of actually making that another little series, but I haven't done it. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway, but it looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie, and Yuri's back to her book, with Natsuki disappearing into the closet. Cheryl! Cheryl! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna get supplies from the other room. Do you want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know, the festival's coming up, and Monica and I were gonna make some posters and stuff, so I need to find some crayons, some markers, and ooh, some glue sticks. Oh, gotcha. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be right back. Oh, just feel good. I literally can't stand playing it while watching it. Oh. Nice! Oh, so are you going with Cheryl to get the supplies? Yeah, there's no need to trouble yourself, so you can go ahead and put the pen away. Who said I was going to use it on Cheryl? I will be happy to go with him myself. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay, but next time I get to go. It was just a suggestion after all. See if you can find post-it paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Cheryl? Yeah, totally. Let's hurry up and get out of here. So, Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Is Monica always so threatening? Like, fuck. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we going to be doing for the festival? I'm not really sure how you can make an event out of literature. Monica and I are actually planning it all out, so don't worry. Really? What's the plan? You're not going to tell me? Alright, cool. So we're going to be doing a poetry performance. A performance? What kind of poetry performance? Well, so everyone's going to take turns on a stage and recite their favorite poems. Oh, that sounds kind of dull. No. Cheryl, you're not thinking about the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of a poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, fling it from its exchanging, cleansing root, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, whenever I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori, since when the fuck should you be theatrical? How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Huh? Meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary to contrast yourself from your usually cutesy self to being the dramatic self. It's a little different. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means that I'm doing a good job, right? Yeah, you are. Anyway, I'm so excited. The festival's gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins around in the hallway. Hey Cheryl, the classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission! Mission? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this, but in the end, she hasn't changed a bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's pretty nostalgic for me. As all the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring and going on a mission with Sayori brings out a special sort of feeling that I forgot about me. Aww. The two of us enter a classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Hi. Hello, gotcha. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box of crayons from the shelf. And the best crayon, too. Kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. So, hey, Sayori, please don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Oh, I dropped one by accident. She smacks her head. What the fuck? Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. Jesus. She falls into the floor and the crayons spill all over in her lap. Ow! You okay, you dumbass? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori, you're such a klutz sometimes. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. So Sayori is sitting on the floor. I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Why in that position? Hold up. Wait a minute. Whoa. Why in this position? Also, those are the best kinds of crayon? That's a nice color. That's okay color. Anyway, Sayori slowly raises her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ew! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. The bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell. Let's find you some ice. Cheryl! Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Oh, she's smiling. A klutzy smile. What are you even saying? I'll be right back, alright? Don't make your little unicorn worse. Hey! Oh, Sayori. I pass Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I'll locate the nearest vending machine. Let's see, what should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know that Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left her. The music's gone. How you doing, Sayori? She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they're already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori here. That's supposed to be an apple juice? I've never seen it in a bottle like that before. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, dummy. I'm sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It still stings, though. What is going on? I don't know. Apparently Sayori hit her head in the closet, and now she's sitting here. So I got her an apple juice because there wasn't any ice, because I'm pretty sure the nurse left because we're in the club room and it was after school. So I went over to a vending machine and got her a cold apple juice and just put it on her head and called it good. So just bear with it, it'll be better soon. So it looks like you cleaned out most of the crayons, so that's a good thing. Hey Cheryl, this kind of reminds me of whenever we were growing up, huh? What do you mean? You know, we used to play outside all the time, and you'd always try, and it was always a struggle for me to try to always keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways, and I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things that you did. But sometimes whenever I tried to do things I couldn't, I'd get hurt, and I'd fall and scrape myself, or I'd get a bump like this, and I wouldn't start crying. Then you would rush over as quickly as you could and try your hard to actually stop me from crying. It almost felt like you blamed yourself. And you were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault, you know? Did I? Yeah. Do you not remember? Kind of think of it, maybe I do remember, but I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't really pay tough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing to help you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Cheryl, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Oh, Sayori. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me. even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Sorry, please don't ever call me a sweetheart ever again. Don't call me that! Please just don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess whenever it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before you even know it, I'm treating you like this. I guess that's what happens whenever we've been so good friends for so long, you know? Really? Maybe you're right. Hey, Cheryl? What's up? I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think I'll be like this forever? What do you mean forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college, or even after that. So it really wouldn't be fair to me to make any promises. However, I hope so. It's been a long time already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing my hopes are up, so I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression on her face. We remain silent for a moment. I am looking at the floor. Hold up, the floor is a weird pattern. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not really want to disturb her. So I'm just gonna sit awkwardly in a desk and pretend that everything's okay. I guess we should go back. Huh? I don't want you to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that, little Missy Unicorn. He's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Alright. Sayori hops onto her feet. Ow! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after you accidentally hit your head. Well, I guess it's too late now. Come on, grab those crayons, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without a lot of success. And in a moment, we make it back into the club room. Everything's totally fine, never mind the fact that Sayori has a unicorn on her head. You're back, you had timing. I was about to start with sharing our poems. You guys weren't doing any canoodling, were you? I am not afraid to stab with a pen! You're good, Monica. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and I snagged her forehead into the shell. Sayori. Well, anyway, we were able to find everything that we needed. We had it right, Sayori frantically glances around. I forgot everything! I literally told you to grab the crayons! Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Perfect. It sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Cheryl. Sayori here is completely useless. Would you like me to stab her with pen? No. Sayori actually, I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. She actually found the crayons. Yep. I made an adventure. She also did that. Yeah, she also did that. Yeah, okay. So, refraining from stabbing. In any case, good work. I shall start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I should grab mine. After making sure that the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I share my poem to first? Monica. I'll get the weirdest one over first. Hello again, Shira. How is the writing going? It's gone alright, I guess. I shall take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you are applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I would not count on that. And even if I did, you wouldn't know. You never know. I want to share you what you wrote today. Hey, here. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It is pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. It's kind of exaggerating it if you ask me. Probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I do not blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just that I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everybody, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so do not be afraid to give them their own share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then as well. So it's not like I'm unapproachable or anything. Right? It's kind of hard to do that whenever you're holding a pen and threatening to stab me, but, you know, sure. It's nothing like that. I'm just, getting used to still being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. Yeah, never mind the fact that you have a pen. I didn't mean it like that. No, you didn't. Totally not. Either way, I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, I want to read my poem to you, yeah? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. You better. Alright, sure, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Huh? Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Ooh, what? Load me. What? What? Hold on. Save me? Load me? What? Hold up a minute. Hold up. Save me. Load me. Huh. Weird. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way that I write. I'm sorry if you do not like it. I never said that I didn't like it. It's just kind of weird that I've never seen this before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic, and also can change in an instant like you're starting to threaten me or some shit. Weird. Anyway, the way I wrote the lines, really short, make me feel like they're trying to sneak over the noise. What noise? It's so hard for me to tell what that's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is isn't about the right question. A poem can be as abstract as an expression of feeling. Sure. Or a conversation with the reader. So putting that in a way, that poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision, but when that happens, do not forget to save your game. Did you just break the fourth wall? Do not forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? I don't know, but I'm afraid to save now. What am I even talking about? That is my advice for today. Thank you for listening. Monica, are you okay? Something's wrong about Monica. I'm gonna save. I'll save here. That's fine. I'll do these 3 and then I think I might end it after this one. Let's see what you have written for today. Oh, sorry. Hi, Yuri. Good to see ya. I just, have you noticed Monica's weird? Have you noticed that? No? I do not believe so. Alright, okay. Here's my poem. Well done, Cheryl. Your skills are actually improving. Really? Thank you. Coming from you, that actually means a lot. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just really happy to help inspire fellow writers. You know, you're new to this and you don't really know so much as it seems like you can't get your poems to feel perfect. So you don't need to be afraid to do a little bit more daring things. Metaphors can go a very long way. So don't feel like you need to work your brain into turning into a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write them down when you see things in here. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see it into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. Oh. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm going to say I understand, and I agree. So it's certainly an interesting way to do it, and thank you for sharing that with me. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Sure. We are exchanging poems after all, so sure. Is this the poem that you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly shakes hands for a poem to me. The Raccoon! In the fancy handwriting. Let's see how I can do. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuffling of a raccoon inside of my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies of an unordinary human. I pushed a button wrong. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious was aware of its consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its place and reflects that much more of the light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens into the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the nearly satisfied animal. Something is weird about this poem. The raccoon is taking to following me. I could say that we have gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I vanquish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian condition. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Something's wrong with this poem. I need to read this again. Slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuffling of a raccoon inside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendency of an unordinary human. So she compares the human to the raccoon. So a raccoon is a human, which means that it's a masked, dark individual. Because to me, whenever I think of a raccoon, you kind of think that something's up with the raccoon. They're kind of known as the bandit. So there's something suspicious about this raccoon, which is a human. So the suspicious human. She gave the raccoon a piece of the bread. So she gave the suspicious person a piece of bread. Bread has to be significant for something as well. Of the consequences, well aware of the consequences. Consequences of what? That the raccoon would stay? Well, that the raccoon will always come back for more. So it will stay and stick around. So something or someone dark or mysterious or obviously very sketchy is always coming back for more. An enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. So the raccoon represents the mysterious urge, the bread is her hungry curiosity, and the knife, for whatever reason, is beautiful? I don't know why I'm breaking this down. I'm sorry, but I'm actually really interested in this one. Because there's something dark about it, and it's weird because it threw me off whenever it said a rush of blood. That's the thing. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Is she talking about... Wait. I think I understand something. So, the raccoon's an urge, but it's like the raccoon was never there. So the raccoon has to be just a feeling. So the raccoon is the urge of this urge feeling. The increments his face and reflects that I have much like that. Same light that listens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. She calls it a friend, so she finds it as a comfort, but she knows that it's also bad. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. So this urge gets excited from cutting the bread. So there's something there. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the merely satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken a following to me. You can say that it's gotten quite used to each other. So they're connected to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently. So my bread is always handy. That's interesting. And every time I banish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. So every time that she cuts the bread, this urge raccoon gets excited. And then it mentions a rush of blood. And that's the concerning part to me. What's the blood? What is blood? Is the blood coming from the bread? Because the thing that I can think of regarding blood would be the animal, but the animal is the raccoon, and the raccoon represents the urge. I am deciphering into this way too much, but, like, from this poem, it seems like she was curious about something, and something about a knife. I don't know if the knife is supposed to be a metaphor or a physical object, but something about the knife cutting into bread. I think the bread is a metaphor for skin, maybe? Because it said a rush of blood. And the only thing I can think of is that, like, you have to pierce skin for blood to come out. So like, she cuts her skin? Is that what I'm getting? And because of that, it's satisfying her urge, which is the raccoon. So it satisfies the raccoon. I'm probably going way too in-depth with this, but something about this is dark, and that's what I'm getting from it. You've been staring at that paper for quite a while. Sorry, are you okay, Yuri? Are you okay? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. Yeah, I can see that. Are you okay? Yuri, do I need to, like, smack your titty or some shit? Like, are you okay? I don't know if I got a little too in-depth with that poem or not, but something about it was not right. It's a little bit more metaphorical than I thought it was. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. I have an idea. I have a theory. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah. If I take that face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. I have an idea of what that's supposed to mean! You're okay! Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way that it feels to me, or to indulge people in more unusual hobbies. And it's usually those sorts of things that I usually force myself to keep up with. So sometimes I actually enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Cheryl? Oh, yeah, I do. Well, I feel like everyone has a little bit something like that. The best that we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Yeah, but there's some things that you have to come forth and be honest about. Because that's just how things work. There are some things that are too great for you to understand, so sometimes you just have to come out and just talk about it. Anyway, I didn't hear what you said, sorry. Even if it is a bit difficult sometimes, and some people make us uncomfortable. Yes. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be a little bit ranting now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Something's wrong with Sayori. No, something's wrong with Yuri. She's Yuri. Something's wrong with her, and I don't know what, but I don't know. My idea of the poem didn't seem, I don't know if it was right or wrong, but something about it seems suspicious, and I think it's a little weird. Honey, I don't mean to be rude, but you have, like, a perfectly white dot on your shirt. Anyway. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better, either. Well, you always gotta be an asshole, don't you? Huh? What? Well, just anything that isn't a train wreck is a win. And I get the feeling that you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you think? Wait, was that a compliment? Good to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be good as me someday. Cocky much? Something tells me that Natsuki completely missed the point. Anyway, come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You really think so? Well, yeah. I guess if you two have been good friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength or some shit. But, you never really struck me as her type. Sori is, type of all Wait, Sori has a type all of a sudden? Back up. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Seems like you're saying that to yourself, because fluffy, I think, correlates with something cute. And you're saying that you're an adorable little marshmallow, so... Just saying. A little unnecessary, but I think of it this way. If it went for me, you probably would just fly away like letting go of a balloon, so... I'm the rock and she's the balloon. You could say that we take care of each other in our very own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem, huh? Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my friend's favorite song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders, so that's why I'm not friends with her. One time I got my leg hurt really bad. Amy held me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. And that's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? And that's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she likes it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anybody. It's gross and she's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Something's wrong about this one as well. It's not as distinct as I could see with the Yuri one. But I feel like this one, this section here with the it doesn't matter part, it feels like Natsuki's like saying it to her. Like she's saying it about her. It doesn't care that she has other hobbies. It doesn't care that she keeps her stuff private. And it doesn't really matter if it hurts anybody because it's gross. So something's wrong with it. And she's probably saying that towards herself. And this seems like it's a regret. But like, this seems like an act of jealousy. Because the girl named Amy seems to be really nice. But of course she has this slight secret about liking spiders, and it's considered wrong. But hey, what do I know about poetry, right? Anyway, here you go, Natsuki. It's not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's as well. Cause, that was just a warm-up. The short one from the other day was just a warm-up, damn it! And I hope you don't think that it was the best that I could do. I never said anything about it. I'm just here, man. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues in a much simpler analogy. And it helps people recognize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree with the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Like Yuri. I think Yuri has some problems, honey. So, do you know any people like that? Of course. Like Yuri. That's about how everyone thinks. That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. So I wrote it easy to relate to. Everyone can have some type of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Sometimes they're afraid of people finding out and they'd make fun of you and think less of you. What kind of weird hobby do you have? Because you're obviously hiding something. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what somebody likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. That's funny. You wrote about something similar today. Not really. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about her unusual hobbies of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar about what you said. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Oh, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong about it. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. And I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. Oh, but the way you put it actually seems like she learned a lesson. I would think so. Even in her writing style, it's really different. I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless it's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I also want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that, okay? I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Alright. Sayori! Sweet, sweet, adorable Sayori! I'm here! Cheryl, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good! Yesterday's, and this one too! You're gonna tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so, Huh? No way! Not even Natsuki? Oh, Natsuki is least likely to admit how much she actually likes something, so I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems whenever I'm talking or thinking about you. Huh? Stop making it sound weird, okay? I just mean you're really expressive, alright? Like, how am I supposed to write poems without my own stupid life? But you know somehow to make everything in your life an adventure. Even if it's something simple, like trying to find crayons out of a closet. Like cooking! Let's not talk about cooking. You also said for me not to talk about it, so we're not going to talk about the cooking situation about whenever you caught water on fire! So, yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I feel more comfortable whenever you're around. We have that kind of weird connection, so it's not your fault for getting in my business all the time. Huh? I don't know if I understand. You would never understand whenever I try to explain things to you. I pat Sayori's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. You sure about that? You're pretty clumsy. Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Cheryl. Can you give me your poem now? I want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sir, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Huh? Are you even listening anymore? Whatever. I'll give it to you whenever we go home. Really? Snap. Ow! I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. But being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry! So sorry! You're fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. Why are your knees shaking? I'm a little clumsy today, aren't I? Just sit down, Sayori, so you don't end up hurting your head again. Yeah, okay. I always end up pressing the right button. I don't need to. I got Sayori's arm and help her sit in the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. But, it's not as good as yours. Don't worry about it. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. Bottles? Okay. I pop up my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It is warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My connection makes me lots of friends, each bottle with starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets, hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off of my bottle caps, it doesn't feel like time has elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more, my friend looks through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want to see my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from my shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shatters all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside of my head. Oh, this one's in depth. Okay, there's a lot going on in this, and I understand this way too well. So basically, she had all this happiness, and then as time went on, it just got sadder and sadder and more depressing. She used her happiness to give it to her friends who weren't really feeling good because they were feeling a certain way, and that certain way probably means that they weren't really feeling like their normal selves, like they were feeling sad or distraught or something. So she took a bottle which contained a moment of a happy thought to go over and give them a happy day. And then she just kept on adding and adding, but there's only a limited amount of happiness that she can have for herself. And she was giving it all away, that she just was left with something empty. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Holy crap. Sorry, did you actually write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday that I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect anything like this, especially from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've actually been in touch with my feelings recently. I can see that. It's almost kind of saddening. Saddening? Well, not exactly. I'm too used to being so cheerful. Never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out really good, so you should be proud of it. Thank you. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way, you know? It helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing's like magic. Well, you've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, of course. Writing is the best. And I'm gonna keep everything new until I die. Please don't do that. And don't get ahead of yourself. Sarah always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, and no more than a week later. I feel targeted on that one. I never wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading to each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit with me in the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to have something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything together good in just like a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves of putting any new members. That is a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last-minute preparations. Do not worry so much. We're going to keep it simple today. We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, like that's great and all, but that doesn't change that we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you had heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. If you have any objections, take it up with my pen. It's kind of quiet now. So each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up with the recite poems too. Sayori's putting down all the posters in case anyone wants to be prepared ahead of time. Sayori, who's been holding a colored poster, holds it up for others to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's bad of an idea? No. Not whenever you have a pen threatening me. It's not a bad idea at all. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they are coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri are never sharing their poems with anyone unless just a couple days ago. And it takes a lot for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people instead of just us. I guess I overlooked that, huh? Silly me, but I intentionally did this because I am perfect. I am so sorry. However, I still think that we should give it our best. We are the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. You are very threatening. So if we start the event and we each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the most people who perform, the better we will be able to show everyone that literature is all about. Of course, I totally agree! It's all about expressing your feelings and being intimate about yourself and finding new horizons. And I'm saving the game, apparently. I didn't mean to. And having a lot of fun. That is right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. So don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes standing in front of the poem, if it means that we have to stand in front of a room for 2 minutes and recite a poem, then I know that you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess there leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't really think it's too much to ask, and I don't think that Sayori and Monica have been trying their best to get new members, so the least we can do is just help them out a little bit. Maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left in her. I have won. I have the upper hand. I am taller than you, so shut up. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just leave it to get over with. Alright. Thank you, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's exponent fancies. I guess I don't really have much of a choice in this matter, do I? That's everybody! You're the best, Yuri. This club is going to get seriously in depth for me. Oh gosh. You will be fine, Yuri. I will not let anything happen to you. Anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! I agree. I don't want to do this. I also second that. This is way too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the clubs, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Do not worry. I will start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Monica, you're really disturbing. Can I go next? Of course. Now let me see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem that she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine, probably because she was a part of the debate club, and in the debate club you have to represent and present your what's the word I'm looking for? You have to basically in order to be a part of the debate club, you have to speak fluently because in some ways you're giving a speech in your argument, so you need to have a nice flow. So really, if you're in the club, if you're a part of the speech class, it would help out as well. So I would not be surprised if she did that. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line that she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I would not be surprised if She's done it before. Several times, actually. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Madoka. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I can't really understand, and Madoka finally, for sight, finishes her recitation. Recitation? I probably shouldn't have said that. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. Actually, in poems, you wouldn't be clapping. You would go. You'd be snapping, I think. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to get a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Huh? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. For a moment, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice begins to change. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transforms into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem of the full twists and turns of its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse of a wearing fire Yuri keeps concealed behind her head. Suddenly she's done. Everyone is amazed. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she even bewildered herself. It's supposed to me to see the situation, and I'm the first to start applauding. I would be snapping my fingers. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition that she deserves. And now that we didn't want to applaud for her, we were just so caught off guard that we must have forgotten to. And as we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and brushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess it's my turn. So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought, okay? How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think about it whenever you're reciting it to other people. Imagine that you are reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It is your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made for the perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. And if I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much about it, but hearing it from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said that she liked my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we all applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Cheryl liked it. I guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you very nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't think I understand. In other words, I see poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery would not work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you are reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've actually been practicing on that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do that in front of everybody. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. Maybe one that's a little bit more threatening. We don't have much time for the festival, you know. Okay. So, who is next? Natsuki. Don't make me go before Cheryl. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Cheryl, though everyone else stands a little bit before I do it. Natsuki. It's fine, man. It's fine. I might as well get this over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection to read. I'll just go with the one that I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel a little terribly awkward. Everyone's based on height. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. But despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Oh, could I make a poem? Let's see, what kind of poem could I make? Roses are red, violets are blue. Sayori has a red bow, and I do too. Alright, cool. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Do not worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that I will improve over time. Yeah, maybe. Way to, hurt me a little bit. Alrighty then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Why are you looking at me? It's because you are presenting. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath and starts reciting her poem. Her sour attitude then becomes very little. While she's standing a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. Natsuki? Oh, fuck. As Natsuki's trademark style, it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. When Natsuki finishes, everyone applauds. She huffs and takes her seat. That wasn't so bad now, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But whenever it's just them or friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be way the other way around for me. Well, it's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you don't have to worry much about the festival. That said, I want to thank everybody for coming. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what you like now. Make sure to read a poem that gets enough practice before the festival. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Hey boy, I should probably find some other poem. That is fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort into the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write the poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. And as for the festival, we'll be planning for tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day, everybody. I can't wait! I can do this. Alright. I stand up, and there's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. And if it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, not that I really care about Monica, I'll have to do my best. Why did I mention Monica? Is it because of the threatening with the pen? Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always getting to go home after together. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, you guys are making it weird. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Cheryl. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's just go. I'll walk home with Sayori once more, and I'm going to save. Yes. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little bit quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. Hey, I was thinking about something from earlier. Like, how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I'd still want to walk home with you. We're best friends. Yuri, you really think that I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so pretty and smart. Are you dumb? I already see her in the club every day, and besides, you always seem to be really like going home with me, so why wouldn't we want to ruin that for you? Not to mention we both are neighbors. You're my best friend that I've known since childhood. You know, why would I want to be with Yuri? No offense. He's so silly. You think about me too much sometimes, you know? Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so. Sorry, I've already made up my mind. And I can't really figure it out sometimes, but. Sorry, I'm just. Besides, what's the point of speculating in something that's never gonna happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away, so who knows what will happen in that time. Is this another poem? Okay, cool. I'm done. Save. Leaving it here. Okay, I did it. Anyway, I'm done. I've been streaming for over 2.5 hours, so I'm done. Have a good night or day, depending where you are in the world, and all that fun jazz. And depending on when you see that, or this, I don't know. But this is actually really nice. But for some reason, something's a little bit darker. And I could tell that by the poems. There's something weird. And it's not right. But maybe I'll figure that out next time. I'll actually turn this into a series, I think. Anyway, thank you for dropping in. Thank you, Skeezy. Thank you, Gotcha Ellie. And I believe Big Guy. Thank you guys for dropping in and all that fun jazz. Have a good night or day. I'll see you